Gentlemen, today we have some big upgrades for the engine, which you guys know is an LS1. Just to go over the specs again, higher compression diamond pistons, comp cam, ported truck heads, a Y-end aluminum intake, 102mm throttle body, 4-inch intake, headers, and full straight pipe exhaust with an X pipe. So it already has a good bit done to it, but I've been wanting to upgrade this particular piece for a while now. This guy right here, the Y-end intake, as mentioned, it came with the car. Whoever had it previously had nitrous in it, because there are 8 holes for nitrous that have been plugged and sealed. And the thing is just generally not that good looking. It gets very, very hot. I can monitor my IATs with the Holley Terminator, and they're kind of through the roof. My IAT sensor is on the bottom side of my intake tube here, and on an 80-degree day, like, it's reading like 120. Like, it's usually like plus 40 ambient, which is not good. So I'm hoping changing out the intake manifold to something that isn't metal will help. And over here I have 2 boxes, one very large box. Let's open these things up. And it is a big, pretty thing. To go along with the manifold, I got the fast fuel rails. So here's one of them, went with the anodized red, just for a little bit of a pop, little color pop on the intake manifold, if you will. I got a whole and fitting set. This is -8. This is for the front crossover line, so I can make that, of course, all black. Pretty excited. This is going to clean up the engine bay so much. Hopefully lower my IATs, pick up a little power, maybe like 10 horsepower or so, with a tune. Hopefully getting dyno tuned soon. Now I know there's going to be guys watching this that are like, why did you go with a fast 102? You only have a 5.7. It's not like I have an LS7 or anything. Well, I went with the 102 because basically the same price as a 92mm. I have the 102 throttle body already. In the future, I could see this engine getting upgraded to a larger displacement or something of the sort, so I'm already gonna have the manifold and the fuel rails for that and the throttle body. So that's all good to go to swap over to a bigger engine in the future, potentially. Alright, throttle body, fuel lines are out of the way, fuel rails onto the actual intake manifold. Old intake off, came off pretty easily as expected. Got to clean off the old gasket, and then I actually want to lay the new one in there and just see how it fits. If you look closely, you can tell that these heads are indeed ported. You can see it looks like a pretty nice job, whoever did it. It doesn't look like hacked up. It looks like somebody actually did a nice job porting at least the intake side of these heads. Alright, I'm going to put it in there and see if it fits. I don't know if it's going to fit without grinding the water pump. Might have to do that a little bit. And I don't know if my steam port kit that I have, it's custom, is going to fit either. So we'll see. Nope, the steam port that I have in the rear is blocking the intake manifold from going back the whole way. It's almost back the whole way, but I'm going to have to address that. That's why we test fit. Got my coffee. We've got Sunday night football, great game. I have all the gaskets for the manifold, which I didn't have before. I have my 60-pound injectors, brand new. I have a couple lines and fittings to adapt for my steam port. and I have heat sleeve, so I need to modify my fuel feed line, and I figured since it runs near the driver's side manifold, now would be a good time to put some heat sleeve on it. I'm gonna get to work, put you guys on the time lapse so I can watch this game. Mocked up mostly, so I got the manifold to fit. It does fit with the stock cowl and the electrical covers and all that. I didn't change anything back there other than the steam ports. So I actually need another 90 for the one steam port back there. That's on order. Time to pull the intake manifold out, get the gaskets in, do the fuel line, all that good stuff. Got the fuel line out. I'm going to shorten this because it's going to mount in a new location with the new fuel rail, and then I'm going to put that sleeve on it as well. Welcome back to the world's longest intake manifold install. I got my 90-degree fitting. I got to chop this up, do some other things, throw the manifold in with the new injectors, enter the new injector info into the Holley Terminator, reset all that, and then fire it up. Fuel line done and wrapped. Here's to hoping it doesn't leak. Camera died, so while it died, I got a lot of work done. Made the front crossover -8 AN line, hooked up all of the fuel injectors, all the sensors, everything like that. Plugged in the handheld tuner so I can change the tune for the new injectors. Got the intake hooked up, filter up with distilled water. Hooked up the brake booster. I think we're ready for the first test fire. I had the key on and I didn't see or hear any fuel leaks, so I think we're good there. Let's give it a try. Everything seems good. I got the IAC and TPS position correct. Got the new tune in. It's idling like way quieter than before with the new intake. Don't really know why. Let me clean up all this mess with the ECU. We're ready for our first test drive. Gonna go for a little rip in the girl with the new intake. I'll get a little bit of video for you guys, not a whole lot. I'll save that for another video, some more point of view driving per se. Curious to see if I feel it different. It's probably gonna need to self-tune a lot because I basically just reset the whole ECU, so it's really, I'm probably not gonna notice much right now, but stand by. Successful first drive, boys. It's running good. I mean, it feels the same as it did before, but I'm also not really beating on it a lot. I'm trying to just let it tune itself, make sure there are no bugs or anything, but everything seems to be working really well. Just keep driving it, keep putting miles on it, let the tune keep learning. I am going to get a dyno tune. I just have to schedule it. You're not going to be able to get a whole lot more out of an LS1 than I am in this with all the mods to it without going crazy. Should make pretty good numbers. Perfect power for an E36. And boy, she is pretty now. I thought it wasn't pretty before, but it just looks so much better with the new intake manifold and fuel rails. Nothing obviously wrong with it that I heard or saw, so far, so good. I'll get you some better driving footage next time, guys. I did notice the IATs didn't seem to be any better. Probably has something to do with my intake. So there is a hole behind my headlight there that you can see. I might try making a custom intake that runs down there and somewhere down in there or out through the front or by like the fog light or something. That should help with IET temperatures, at least I would think, because they're still high. But this manifold is much cooler than the old Wine metal intake, for sure. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. We'll see you in the next one.